for the national level 5 days FDP on research paper writing and publishing in Scopus Journal, which is organized by the Pencil Bit. Today, I would like to welcome Kirtana ma'am. Ms. Kirtana NB ma'am is an assistant professor with a 5 years experience in teaching and 1 year's experience in research, IUCAA and LIGO Data Center and Pune. His area of interest is network security, blockchain, and machine learning algorithm. She's pursuing PhD in Anna University in the area of security in blockchain. She has a working experience in high performance computer, HT Core, and LIGO India project. She's also written many research articles in network security and assists the scientists in analyzing the data set in HTC Corner. Welcome you, ma'am.
Hi, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Let me share my PPT first. Kartika, can I share my PPT? Can you able to hear me? Hi, can you able to hear me, everyone? Please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Today I'm going to discuss about how you should create a content for a Scopus journal. So myself, NV Kirtana, I'm working as assistant professor in Department of IT, VCET Road. So first, before writing your research paper, you have to choose in which journal you are going to write your research paper. Please ensure that if it is coming under a Scopus or UGC, or if you are writing for an SCA, that's your wish to choose. So first, you have to find out potential journals according to your domain. Next, you have to read author guidelines given in a journal. Clearly, you have to read the author guidelines because every journal will have their own author guidelines. So before writing a paper, you first read that. Second thing, you have to first define your research question, in which area you are going to do, under which methodology you are going to write, or if you are writing a survey paper or a methodology paper, so you have to refine that. So you have to maintain first clear review of your paper and what is an objective of your paper you're going to write. So suppose if you are going to write and starting from an abstract, so that abstract should include three parts. First one is in which technology you are going to write your paper. So second thing, it means that first three or four lines, it should describe what technology you are using. Next, what is your problem you are going to describe? So next three lines, it should describe your problem. My suggestion is to
Ma'am,
cut. Yes.
it is audible for everyone. Ma'am.
Kartika, please ensure is it audible for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So next you have to contextualize your research. Contextualize your research means you first write a rough sketch of your paper first in a paper, or you can use Google Docs for maintaining your rough sketch. So first write a rough sketch of your paper, then organize a literature. What are the literature papers you are going to discuss in your literature survey part? Suppose if you are writing a survey paper, my suggestion is to consider minimum 30 to 40 papers for a survey paper writing. So then under same domain. So then on there only you can conduct a complete survey and you can make a content of those papers. If you are going for a methodology writing paper, you have to choose your right methods. For example, my domain is network security, means I am writing a paper on, suppose, RSA algorithm. I am going to write a paper on RSA algorithm, means this is my methodology, and this methodology I am applying where and where. So that I have to describe in detail. So you have to describe your methodology in detailed manner. Next, you can justify what it will provide, like that you can justify. So next you have to structure your paper. First thing, each and every journal they will provide their format. You can follow as per the journal rules, whether it may be a latex or a document format. They will be having a set of rules. You have to follow these font size, you have to follow these much spacing, so and so. They will be having own rules, so follow those rules while writing it. If it is a latex, it will be easy. You can write your own content and you can upload your text file means it will be converted according to that format in latex. If it is a word format, you have to completely structure your paper according to the journal guidelines. So first thing, you have to write your title. So title should contain uh, in a seamless manner, that is what is your problem and what are your methods you're going to follow, and by what, in what domain. Like the title should be in elaborate manner. So abstract, as I discussed before, you have to write it as a 3 parts in single paragraph. So that is, first one is domain description, problem, and solution for your problem. So introduction part should elaborate the abstract part. So introduction part, you can discuss your domain part in 50 words. Suppose network security domain means I can describe my network security domain in 50 words in first paragraph. In second paragraph, what are the researchers have undergone in network security in that domain? So that I can write it in 2 or 3 paragraph. I can. Is it, if it is possible, you include the citation in the introduction part also. So if you are including a citation part, that is, you are referencing this and this paper, they have discussed this method in those papers, like that. If you are referencing citation means it will reduce the plagiarisms. If you are not using citations, so most of the journals will not accept your paper. So please ensure you are using a seamless manner citations in your papers. So next one is method. Method is your own part. So in what way you are going to implement, that is your implementation part of your project or implementation part of your methodology. So next one is results. Here in result analysis, you can use parameters like efficiency comparison, compatibility comparison, scalability comparison of my methodology and previous methodology. Uh, the one tip is used in a result part. Please follow more graphs, comparison values and graphs for one. So this will be reducing your plagiarism part in results one. And you have to discuss what are the methodologies I have followed and what are the things I have written. You can write it in your discussion part. And conclusion part, it should describe what are the effectiveness of your solution for the given problem, and in future what you're going to extend this method in future way. Like that, you have to represent in a conclusion part. So references part, you have to put the references. If it is a Scopus, it is advised to put minimum 20 to 25 references. Please check with your journal what format they are following, whether it may be APA or IEEE format. So please follow that references format for writing your references. And in results, you can go for performance metrics if it is a cloud computing or grid computing or any computing papers. You can follow the performance metrics as scalability, efficiency, compatibility, explainability, expandability, like that. So if it is a healthcare related projects, or if you are analyzing two metrics, you can go for a predictive analysis like true positive or true negative, like that you can go. So if you are including, for example, if you are including this image, this is available in net. This is available in network. So if you are using the same image, it should be perfectly referenced the citation. Sorry, if you are using the same image, it should be referenced by citation. So please don't use the same image. Please, if it is the same content, please draw your own image. There are variety of drawing tools available on the network. I will discuss it further. What are the drawing tools available? I will discuss further. This is one of the example for writing a performance metrics. So you can see in most of the papers, this predictive analysis is available for most of the papers. Next, you have to ensure whether you are writing your paper, it should be follow the data integrity. It means that your content should be legible and it should not be copied from any others. And you have to critically analyze this. You have to follow the critical analysis. It means that your content should be written by your own. It should, if your ma'am, I don't know how to write form a sentence, I don't know how to write a content, you can use the help of a content rewriter tool. But if you are putting that content rewriter tool content as it is, it will be find it in plagiarism. A plagiarism tool, it will easily find out. So please rewrite by own. Same content, please rewrite by own. And you have to follow the ethical considerations what are mentioned in your journals. You have to avoid jargon, means please avoid a common technical words while writing a paper. You can find out a similar synonyms in the net and you can replace that. And you have to maintain the logical flow. Your paper should contain first abstract, introduction, literature review, methodology you are following, and then performance metrics, result analysis, conclusion, conflict of interest if any, and acknowledgement, biography of authors, then references. So maintain a logical flow for writing your paper. If you are following your citations, please follow what are the citation rules mentioned in your journal, whether it is like APA or APA format is one of the format for following a references format, and IEEE format is also one of the following format, and there are few formats also available. So please follow the citation guidelines given in your journal, so it will avoid the plagiarisms. Where when you are citing more, that content you are taking from that reference paper, please rewrite that. Don't put as it is content mentioned in your reference papers. So you have to peer review. So after submitting your journal, it will be peer reviewed by the editors. If if any content should be modified, or if it should be rephrased again, or it should be follow any other techniques to be followed, if any suggestions given by the editor, please follow that, edit your paper and submit your camera ready paper. And please check if there is any complaints given by the editors before submitting a final copy of your journal. Then submit your papers and response to the reviewers what they are saying. You have to check your mail persistently if there is any mail from the journals. So suppose if every journals will be giving the time, so many journals will you ask you to submit your camera ready paper immediately after 1 to 7 days, like that. So follow your persistence in checking your mails while after submitting your paper. If they have rejected your papers, please ensure that your paper is removed from their database. For example, Taylor series, that is CRC Press, you cannot submit a multiple copy of your papers to multiple journals. A same copy of paper you cannot submit to multiple journals. Only one submission is allowed in Taylor series. So they will be following easy chair for submitting your papers. So these are the tips. So suppose I will show you an research chapter for plagiarism content. Uh, Please avoid continuous three words usage. If you are following a content, if any other website, if they are using it is defined as, don't use like that. You can modify defines, find a synonym for define, and you can exchange it like that. Don't use continuous three words usage, and avoid using content rewriter tool for writing a research paper. If you are using a content rewriter tool, please modify that content by yourself. Like if the content is given in passive voice, you can modify it in active voice, like that. Noun, object, verb, object, like that. You can write it as object, verb, noun, like that. Please exchange those. In performance analysis, you can use maximum representations of comparisons of values and graphs. If your paper containing a maximum graph, you can escape from the plagiarism part in analysis section. If you are using an equation as an image, that this will be acceptable for Scopus, but for essay journals, if you are using equation as image, it is not preferable. So use equation as inserting equation in a word format or any online tool for writing your equations. Ma'am, I don't know how to write an equation. So please, if you are referencing any papers for same equation, please change the parameters inside the equations. So that is very important. Change the parameters and you can use the same equation as such as. So drawing tools are available. Draw.io. I use Draw.io for drawing architecture diagram or flowchart or any procedural flow for inserting into your paper, and ensure that your image should be 300 dpi format. You in Draw, I will show you the Draw.io, how to draw and how to convert your image for 300 dpi format. I will show it. You can use a grammatical checker. That is Grammarly. It is one of the useful tool I will use. I will use till time. So while writing your content, if you are installed Grammarly in your system, it will automatically check for grammatical errors present in your content. And Pro Writing Aid is another tool. And Hemingway Editor is also one of the famous tool for writing your research papers and maintaining your research papers in your cloud like Google Docs. And Wordprint is also one of the tool for writing and without grammar mistakes. So plagiarism tool, Turnitin, Copyscape, and QText. Turnitin will find out if you are using a content writer for writing a paper. Turnitin will easily find out yeah, using a plagiarism checker. I will show you that report also. And wait, I will show you. If I use AI to generate a content, yes, it will be considered for plagiarism. I will show you the content. Wait. So recently we have before 5 years and all, if you use AI rewriter tool, it will not find out. Turnitin will not find out. But here, but now Turnitin is also updated. Can you able to see this document? So this content we written recently. See here. So this diagrams I have drawn using draw IO tool, and these are the equations I have changed the parameters. See here, these are all plagiarism content. Find out this document I have checked using Urkund. So here similarity content only was found in plagiarism tool. So initially this document has given totally 11% only similarity index. But same document I have checked using turn 10. See here, all the lines have been founded by AI turn 10. But this content was written using content rewriter. Every sentence was founded by AI turn 10. Why means here these are the contents was taken in the Google, and it was using content rewriter tool we have written it, but in that one it doesn't found. But in turn 10 it easily found out. How the turn 10 will find out means, first it will find out first three words, that is using sophisticated neural networks. So after this sentence is also will be found using AI turn 10, that it will ensure that it was written using AI content rewriter, and it will give you the report as also AI generated text that was AI paraphrased. Hope you can understand. Now Turn10 tool was updated. If you content rewritten also, it will be found in Turn10. The same document in Turn10 similarity index. See, check, the similarity index is very low, only 9%. But the same turn-10 AI tool, it is giving you the 40%. The first thing, if you are submitting your paper, before submitting your paper, please check for plagiarism. So your AI rewritten content plagiarism should be 0%. This overall similarity can be below 5%. Up to 5% it can be accepted. So maintain below 5%. But AI content rewritten plagiarism, it should be 0%. Then only your paper is considered to be a legitimate one. See, these are the terms is commonly used. GAE and VAE, these are all commonly used words. How can I write means, you include these words in braces, that is curly braces or round braces. If you are include like, put curly braces, and you represent these types in curly braces, and after that you represent a citation one. You represent any citation means it will escape from plagiarism. And another thing, see here, it's here, see here, AI is its ability to. So there are three words, continuous words, and fourth one is also something in any other paper. So it is present in seventh referencing paper. Seventh reference paper. So please, if any plagiarism content is showing like this, please avoid continuous usage of three words. And if any plagiarism is shown in heading, it can be considerable. In heading means this plagiarism can be considerable. So here few shot and zero shot learning is showing the plagiarism. You can write it as zero shot and few shot learning. You can exchange those headings. So this is finding in plagiarism means this we cannot do anything. So this is a technical term. We cannot. So these type of technical terms can be considered in a journals. You can use these technical terms, but please be careful. If you are writing any definitions for these technical terms, it should be precise and it should be written by your own. And in diagrams, it will not check plagiarism. So don't copy as it is the diagram. If you're copying the diagram from the reference papers, please put references. I will show you another paper for So see here. So here, this diagram was drawn by ourselves only, but check here. This is the diagram is commonly available in the net. So the types of machine learning algorithms is commonly available. If you are taking and using this diagram, you have to reference it like this. In the diagram heading itself, you have to reference. So this is a APA format referencing. And before I have shown that PDF format, they have referenced using square brackets, that is IEEE referencing. If the journal is following APA referencing means you have to reference that citation as that research paper authors et al. Which year they have published. If you are using these references, it will not considered for plagiarism checker. So this is a APA format. So this is a APA format for writing the references. And so your conclusion part should include 2 paragraphs. So you have to precisely explain what are the methods you have discussed and what is the future scope of your method. So this is an example paper I'm showing. Recently we have written and submitted. Uh, this heading is, so this journal they said that you should not include a title in your paper, so only we haven't included a title. So introduction and abstract also they will be getting in their forms. So we have started from the introduction part. See, first in introduction part, actually this paper is about security, information security for 5G communications. So in this paper we have discussed about optical communication security. So that's why in first paragraph we have explained optical communication technologies, what are the optical communication technologies available, and after that in this paper what are the attacks are possible in optical communications and how it can be overcome, and what are the attacks in which layer these attacks are performed, like that we have discussed, and what are the algorithms used to detect these attacks. It will be given in the third paragraph. So at the maximum please use references in your content. And and we are explaining what are the types of attacks and so on. So we have written, if your plagiarism checker is finding in this line alone, so please modify that line alone. It is not necessary to modify your whole content. Please concentrate on that content alone. I have shown you the AI turned in plagiarism. I will show you the rephrased content after checking AI plagiarism. Right. See here. So this was before checking that AI plagiarism content. So after checking, so in this document, using sophisticated neural networks, it will shown in the AI plagiarism content, right? So this was modified as like this: advanced neural network control prompt based AI generative for multimedia application. You just modify the content without changing its meaning. If you are writing your own, it will not put you the plagiarism. See here, if this methods before representing, you using like, or you using a bracket like this, or with a you cannot use a citations in abstract part. So use like this bracket means it will not produce your plagiarism. So here in this document, So see here, these are all technical words. You cannot change it. Okay. So in these technical words, if it is giving you plagiarism, if encoder decoder structure is giving you plagiarism, please change decoder encoder mechanism. Instead of a structure, you can use mechanism. Please find out the synonym words for appropriate words that should not change your core meaning. You can use that synonym words. So these are the equations was followed previous. So these are all the predefined equations. We have just modified the parameters, that is amplitude. Instead of A, we have used AM, and 2 pi, these are all you cannot modify. So instead of F, I have represented that FT, and instead of gamma, I have used as theta, like that. So this is a predefined Taylor form equation. This one you cannot modify. So leave it as it is. If you are giving any diagrams, please give description of this diagram. It is very mandatory. So like this, the following so and so figure describes how the sine wave memory stored period looks like that. You have to give the description for every figures you are putting in your paper. You can give the description for equations also. So it is mandatory to be followed for description for equation, figures and tables. It is very mandatory. Actually, compared to SE journals, Scopus journals will not follow the strict rules. No such strict rules are followed in Scopus journals. If plagiarism content, if you are following any algorithms written, it is given in the plagiarism means, please screenshot that algorithm. You put it as image, it will escape from the plagiarism. For that, you should not follow the same thing for the whole papers. So this image is also as such is taken, but I have drawn using a draw IO tool, and I have modified the parameter content. So I will show you the draw. Seriously, draw IO tool was an effective tool for drawing these content. This image is a 300 dpi image. I will show you how to convert the image into 300 dpi like that, and how to check your image is with 300 dpi or 600 dpi. Why I'm saying 300 dpi or 600 dpi means, if that journal is having a hard copy publishing means, they will be converting your colored image into a grayscale image. While they are converting a grayscale image, that image resolution will affect. So that only they will be asking for image with 300 dpi or 600 dpi. Above 300 dpi, if you are representing any color image, it will not affect you in the grayscale format. So I will show you draw IV2. So draw IV. So this is a cloud-based drawing tool only. You can draw your diagrams here. So create a new diagram. So this format you can check whether you want your diagram in a XML file or PNG file. So SVG file or HTML file. So most of the journals will ask you to submit your diagrams in separate zip format. So those diagrams will be usually asked in TIFF format or JPG format. So initially you can select the draw IO tool. So blank diagram. If you are using any network diagram or software or tables, you can select here. So if you are drawing the flowchart, you can select here. So if you are drawing a freehand diagram, you just select the blank and click OK. So it will be asking you to save in your local disk. So please click save. So it is already exist. So just draw architecture. So this will be, so you will be asked before saying if you want to diagram with plain one or a grid lines. So just you can click and drag. If you are giving next one, it will be showing that hint structure. You can give, and this means you will be going. And again here I want a circle or a database. You can click it here, and you can edit your image. If you want to insert a text, you just click here text and include. You can include text like that. Here, sine wave. You can change sine wave. You can change this font also. So here, you can italize, you can bold, you can increase your font like that. You can here easily draw your diagrams. So before saving it, so please in edit option, sorry, you can export it as JPEG file, and you can then before saving, please give zoom as 300% above. So then only the image will be in clear format. So don't use 100. So it is advised to use 200% or 300% or above. You can, if you are selecting a grid, your diagram will show the background grid lines. So please don't select that. So if you are exporting, so this diagram will be downloaded here. So see here, you can check this image properties. So image properties, in details tab, you can check it is only 96 dpi. So you can increase this resolution of the image by using a dpi converter tool in online. Okay. So this image was downloaded, and you can simply copy and paste it in your document. So if you are putting any comparison values on graph, please use Excel for putting tables and comparison values and graphs. In graphs also, see here, I will show you. So in data part, you can use data analytics in Excel also. If you are working with data analytics, that is giving the values and bringing out comparisons and putting the charts, you can use data analytic part. You can export and get data from data sets. If you are importing a data set, you can choose a get data like that also. So I will simply show you rules to be followed for drawing the graphs. So first, for example, A, B, C. A2, A3, 2, 3, 4. You can select it. If you are using this one, insert line chart means, see here, this is in ash color. If you are giving the more values, the yellow colors and light colors will be inserted. Please don't use those light colors. If it is converted into a grayscale format, so these will becomes invisible. So then your paper values will not be precise. So please use dark colors, and in your paper, please use this line chart. It is very easy representation, and if you are using more representation of these lines, your paper will be looking like a very good paper like that. So please use this line chart for your comparison values. As my point of view, this is preferable. And so this is IEEE format referencing. That is, if you are using your and ensure one thing, if you are using 10 references means in your reference part, please cite all those 10 reference papers in your content. So these are the graph I have generated in Excel only. So this image is a converted grayscale image. Actually, this image was a colored image. So we have converted this into grayscale image and we have represented it. Why we have followed grayscale format means in that journal they have asked for grayscale format, so we have followed that. You can convert your colored image into grayscale image in online conversion also. There are various conversion tools available in online. You can directly convert it into online. So this diagram also we have generated using Draw.io only. So this also we have generated in Draw.io. So these are the diagrams available in it. So if you are putting the same diagrams, then your content will be projecting as copied content. So please don't use the same diagram. Using Draw.io, there are many IO drawing tools are available in the net. You can follow that. If you are checking your quality of paper, please follow Turn10. Turn10 paper for similarity index and go for AI check. If you are submitting to reputed journals, go for AI Turn10 checker. So it is available. It is paid version only. If any, I think Pencil Bits is also having AI Turn10 checker. You can check it from them also. And please follow this number format carefully. If many journals will don't ask for this numbering format, if it is prescribedly mentioned that use a standard numbering format, please follow that. So you are strictly addict to the journal rules while writing your paper. So don't use A, B, C like that in your research papers, and please don't use this bulletin points in your research papers. If you are writing a research paper, it is advised to use these kind of numbering format. So please don't use like this. Actually, this is a book chapter, so we have used. If you are writing a research paper means, please don't use like this. If you are representing a figure, please write this full word. Ma'am, I don't know how to write, how to generate a content. I have asked for ChatGPT. Okay, it is okay. ChatGPT will be giving you the overview of content, what you are going to write. So you can follow that, but don't copy the same content from ChatGPT. If you are copying the content from AI tool and you are rephrasing it, still it will be considered for plagiarism, because the content rewriter tool will not write a content by its own. It is using some AI technologies for rewriting a content. So please don't use that. Still you are using that, please change those sentences like synonyms, verbs like that. Please change the sentences without changing the meaning. So that only advisable. Recently we have encountered that problem, so don't use a content rewriter tool. Any doubts? Any doubts you can ask. Currently, IG Global Forum, they have called many chapter proposals. You can submit. They will mostly accept you the chapter proposals. So you have to write chapters. It is SCA indexed and Scopus indexed under Web of Science. You can go for IG. So I will paste you the link here. So in chat box, I have paste those links. There are many call for chapters. You can try it out. You have to submit those papers in a editorial board. They have some set of rules. So please follow that before writing a chapter. So it is US based publishing forum. It is free of cost only. So please don't waste your money for paying someone for writing a paper. So you can write it on for Scopus index journals. If it is an SCA, if you don't find time, you can go. And Springer also, they have called for many chapters. You can check it out in your online. So if any editor is known, please move like that. It will be easily accepted. And you can work in a paper as a collaborator also. If you are not writing the full paper, if you are working under a collaboration part, so then your name will be also an author. Even I have worked many papers as a collaborator part. In kind of result analysis part, I have worked many papers. So you can work like this, like that also. Any doubts? Okay. Okay, thank you. So I will give you my mail. Uh, can you suggest any Scopus? Actually, if you are working in a college, please, if you are any students, project students have allocated for you, please suggest them to put their project paper in IEEE conferences. It will give you more citations. In your paper, in your profile, it will be added citations. So please refer IEEE conferences. Don't suggest normal conferences for putting their papers and wasting their time. So IEEE conference papers, they are accepting minimum pages of 6 pages itself. So simply they can explain their methodology and can if they submit, it will be easily accepted. So any Scopus journals for research papers, UGC have published Scopus journal list also. Even I have taken that list. I will show you. 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. I will show you the UGC journal list. See here, these are the described UGC journal. This document will be containing what are the journals available under Scopus. So this list will be containing you, if it is WS means Web of Science is a SEA, and also it will be coming under Scopus also. So this is a list of journals of various platforms. Engineering platforms are also there. You can refer this document. I will give this document to Pencil Bits. You can get it from them. Actually, Scopus journals are very easy only. Compared to SCI, they are speed in publishing. So if it is coming under Scopus, please ensure that they are authorized and authenticate journals. How to get to know about IEEE conference? So I will share that link. IEEE conference link I will share. So IEEE conferences also, please ensure they are authorized IEEE conferences, because many colleges are conducting in the name of IEEE, and those papers are not getting published in IEEE conference. Actually, February conferences, they are called for in papers for September. Within September, you have to submit your paper. So you can refer in this link. I will post it in comment box. There are many online mock conferences also available in IEEE. So it is not necessary to go in personal for attending IEEE conferences. You can attend it in virtual mode also. And I will show you very simple paper one, IEEE conference paper. IEEE conference paper are easy to write only because pages constraint and easy to explain your methodologies, and you can use any one performance analysis like that. So see here, can you able to see double column format? Yes, okay. So this is IEEE conference paper only. We have written it. So this containing only smallest content. See the introduction part, only 3 or 4 paragraphs, and you have to explain that overview of your methodologies, and it containing more algorithm. These are, we have changed the parameters of the algorithm also. We have written this using a document only. See here, in performance analysis, we have considered a previous paper performance analysis and our proposed scheme performance. That's all. Paper is over. You can use only one graph. It is enough. And applications, if any, and conclusion and future work will be explained shortly. So this is an IEEE conference paper. You can easily write this. Anything else you want to know? So there are bulk IEEE conferences are coming on the way. You can check into this link for attending the conferences. So they will be mostly selecting, most of the conferences will be selecting uh, any innovative methodology you are writing in your paper like that. So if you are a research scholar, please don't write your paper without implementation. Because a performance analysis part is mainly including implementation part only. So if you implemented only, you can able to know the exact performance metrics. So please implement it. Screen is not visible. So I have shown this IEEE paper. If you want me to show again this IEEE paper, any other thing you want me to discuss? Ma'am, I don't want to write a paper because I want to become an author means you can contribute for proposing an idea for writing a paper. Many forums are calling proposing an idea. You can propose an idea and you can be an author of a paper also. Implementation part will be doing by one, and content writing part will be doing by one, and editorial part will be doing by one. So there will be a sharing forum for writing papers also. So if you are working in universities, please go into this IGA Global. It is very good forum for publishing papers and chapters also. You can go and see, check. There are varieties of topics. So they are calling for chapter proposals. Can we get? Yes, yes, you can get. I will give it to pencil pits. Here, there is no option of uploading a file in a chat box. I will give it to them. You can get the journal table. Any other thing you want? And please check if you are going and checking the journal website. Please ensure that ISBN number is correct, because there are many fake websites for Scopus journals also. They will say that this journal will be coming under Scopus, but they are not Scopus indexed. If you are going for Scopus review and you are checking the journals, it will not be Scopus indexed. So I will show you whether the journal is under Web of Science or Scopus. If we write a book chapter, it will. So if you are doing a PhD, go for a research paper writing. If you are working as a professor, after completing a PhD or not doing PhD, go for book chapters. It will be helpful. So before writing a research papers, please write a book chapter for content formation. you will be experienced in forming a content, then you can go for research papers. Because these chapter proposals I have mentioned, IGNA, they are coming under Web of Science, so they are reputed forum only. So the publication duration is about 7 months, I think. If you are submitting a chapter today, it will take 6 to 7 months for publishing. Yes, yes, I have given the link, IJ Global link here. So I will paste it again. So you first create. Anyone is having org ID. So if you don't have, please create it org ID. You can club all your profiles in single, because IJ Global they are linking through org ID profile only. So please create a org ID. It is a 16-digit number. So I will show you the website of creating org ID. So org ID. This is my org ID. This is my friend's org ID. So see here, you will be creating a profile. If you have published any papers in Web of Science or Scopus, it will be automatically added here. And this will be linking to IJ Global also. And this will be linking to Scopus also. So this is my. So if you don't have profiles, you can create. This is my profile. So if any documents are published, it will under Scopus means it will be coming here automatically. If you are requesting access to Scopus, they will be adding your journal part. If you are putting paper in IEEE conferences, they will be automatically added under Scopus. IEEE conference is one of the easiest way for increasing your citations part. And you can check here any authors are presenting. You want to check any other authors, you can check through author search and papers. Links. So you can check your journal is under Web of Science or not by entering that journal's ISSN number or journal title. You can type it here. It will show you the results here. And see here in Scopus also, they are linked to this RKD. So if you don't have RKD, you can create it. This is my profile. So see here, these are the papers I have worked as a collaborator. So you can maintain your research profile here. So in most of the universities, they will be asking you the Scopus ID or Web of Science, that is researcher's ID only. And Google Scholar also. So in Google Scholar, if you want to add your papers at your Google Scholar, you can add it here. Add articles, or you can add it manually here. So if you add articles, so the similarity name articles will be also be displayed. Please ensure that these journals are you are the one of the part of it, and you can add it. Yes, yes, students also can create an org ID. You can create it as a student, and please ensure if you're having any college email, not a Gmail, college email. Actually, those are the repositories for maintaining your researches. And I will show you my IJ profile also. See here in IJ profile also this arcade is automatically linked. So arcade is one of the main thing for research nowadays. Here they mainly ask you to submit in IJ profile. They will be using e-editorial discovery system for submitting your journals or papers or chapters here. You can submit through this repository only. Anything else you want me to? If any algorithm learning platform for pre. So for pre-processing of images or what? Image pre-processing or which one? Oh, image. Yes, actually, algorithm learning platform, image pre-processing, IBM skill board are explaining a very neat explanations for each domains. You can go there and can learn what are the algorithms available for pre-processing, and you can use for Google Colab. Google Colab for implementation part. So this is an AI tool. It works on Python. If you are entering any pre-processing algorithm for so and so input, it will be automatically generating you the code, and you can just give you the data sets and you can work on it. Google Colab is uh, as of now I'm using Google Colab for my research purpose. And GitHub Copilot is also very useful. GitHub Copilot. These are the AI programming repositories. You can take the any algorithms present there, and you can ask for ChatGPT also generate a code for so and so. You can take that code. You can work on it. Anything else you want me to know? So the main thing, if you are writing a paper, please don't use continuous three words. That's the main thing. To escape from plagiarism, please don't do like that. And don't simply copy the content from others. If you are copying, please rephrase it by your own. That is the main thing. I have given my mail ID. You can contact if you want any information. You can contact me. And another one thing, I will give that journal PDF to pencil bits. They will be posting in your separate groups. And thank you. Have a great day. Is there any pencil bits coordinator is there in the session? I think no one is from pencil bits. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Is there any tips for full flowchart diagram, ma'am? Oh yes, you can draw it in Draw. You can draw it in Draw. Please make a rough sketch of your flowchart in hand drawn, and you can draw it in Draw. In that, I have shown you the options. If you are creating, a simple architecture diagram, it will ask you the prerequisite is from you itself. It will show in the wizard itself. If it is a flowchart or architecture diagram or anything, you can select it and you can draw it. Draw is a very good tool for drawing the diagrams. So if you are writing any calculations in your word, please tabulate it. Tabulation, use tables for representing it in your paper. Please don't screenshot and paste. It is not advisable. You can use tables. You can use tables. Insert tables. Any calculation part, you can use tables, or you have to write it by your own only using in Word, or you can use tables for representing the final values alone. You don't need to represent the calculations part. Please represent the final.
Hello, ma'am. This is Karthika from Pencil.
Oh,
Has the session is
yeah. The session is over.
um, question and answer session is completed, or shall we wait, ma'am?
Uh, Actually, participants have to say
Okay.
whether should I complete
Participants,
the session or.
okay, ma'am. Okay. Participants, do we have any other questions, or shall we wind up the session? Okay, ma'am. I think we can wind up, ma'am. Thank you so much for the session, ma'am. Thank you.
One thing, Kartika, I will share you the journal PDF format. Please share with the participants, and I will share you the mail ID of myself. Please share it too.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all. You all can start leave from the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.